Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making Ube Meringue Cookies, and I've made meringue before, but I've never actually baked it in any way, so that'll be an interesting new thing to try. And so I'm going to get started. And here I have my mixing bowl, which I took lemon juice and I cleaned it out because you need the bowl to be completely clean. In this bowl I have my egg whites that are at room temperature. I have my salt and my cream of tartar, and I'm just going to put them all in here. Add my salt, and then my cream of tartar. And now I'm going to mix this until it becomes frothy. So I have all of this whipped together and it looks frothy enough. And then in this bowl I have my extra fine sugar, which I just took sugar and put it in the food processor, so now it's extra fine. And while this is mixing, I'm going to take just like a little spoonful at a time, and I'm going to pour it in to my egg whites very slowly, one little spoonful at a time, until I have stiff peaks. So I whisked my meringue pretty well, and as you can see, it is pretty stiff. It is a little bit droopy, and a way I can test it, because it might look okay now, but then it might not be, is I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to just take a little bit, and I'm going to kind of feel if it feels like there's any sugar left. It doesn't to me personally. I don't think there's any sugar particles left because they're super thin. Or super small little particles. I think I am gonna just whisk it more so it's more stiff. Before I whisk my meringue more, I'm going to add in this ube extract I have. So it's gonna give it that ube flavor. It's also gonna be purple. Just gonna scoop out as much as I can. And you can use any type of extract. You could put vanilla, you could do almond, or any other flavors. So I thought it'd be cool to try ube. So here's my finished meringue. I think it's pretty good. Here's how stiff it is. It's pretty stiff. And I tested it in my fingers and it doesn't feel like there's any sugar in there. But I was more worried about how stiff it was. And so now I'm going to put it into my piping bag. And in my piping bag I have a star tip. You can't see it right now. But you can use whatever tip you want. You can, if you wanted to, you could just scoop it on and put it on there. But I want to make them look nice. You could even do like a round tip. So here's the tip I have, a star tip. And now I'm going to start piping it onto my paper here. And I don't have to do them too far apart, but I also don't want to do them too close. I think I'll just do 3 per row, because put another one here, I won't have enough room. I think those look pretty nice. My piping bag's already empty because I was testing out a little bit in my bowl how I wanted them to look. So I'm just continuing to pipe it. I think 4 rows of 3 is pretty good. And then I'm going to start on my next pan over here. And I think I get one more before I have to fill it up again. So here's my meringue all piped out on my trays. And now the way I'm going to bake them is I'm going to bake them for an hour in the oven at 200 degrees. And then I'm just going to leave them in there for another 2 hours. And I'm doing this because I need my meringues to dry out. And so leaving them in the oven for 2 hours will help do that, and then my meringues will be finished. Here are the finished meringue ube cookies, and I think they turned out pretty nice. I like the color on them. I wasn't expecting them to be this purple. I thought it was going to be a lot less purple, but I think it looks pretty. And you can see they're pretty shiny too. They have like a little bit of a gloss to them, and you move it around. And yeah, I'm just going to break one open. You can see it's pretty crunchy on the outside, and it's nice and chewy on the inside. And they kept their form very nicely. You can see they have those little nice stiff peaks. So now I'm gonna try it. I think these turned out pretty nice. I think it was definitely a longer process because I had to like whip all that up, and that probably took like 15 minutes. And you know, you kind of perfect the meringue, and then putting them in the oven, and then having to wait, you know, can't open the oven or anything. And then, but yeah, and also I think maybe if I made them again, it would be like a special treat kind of thing, and not making them like every so often. And I like the ube flavor because it's not too much, but it's nice and sweet. And I think other times if I were to make it too, maybe I could try different types of flavors, or maybe something cool. I could try make it like a swirl type of meringue instead of just like one solid color. 'Cause sometimes when like mixing the ube in, sometimes you could see it swirl, and I think that would look cool one day. But yeah, I liked how these turned out, and I've never made meringue cookies before, but I really liked them. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.